President Trump, meantime, is threatening what he calls a complete and total federal takeover of the nation's capital.
The early morning message follows his visit with National Guard troops and law enforcement officers last night. Doug Glazader live with us from Washington with more on the president's anti-crime push. Doug, good morning.
Bob and Jen, good morning. The president is defending that anti-crime push, and he is also thanking in person some of the troops, some of the officers that are carrying it out.
Hello. It's a healthy, attractive-looking group of people.
It may not have been the ride-along that he first talked about, but President Trump ventured into a gathering of hundreds of National Guard troops, police officers, and federal agents to thank them for what he calls a successful intervention in the nation's capital.
I've never received so many phone calls thanking me for what we've done in Washington, D.C. from people that haven't gone to a restaurant literally in 4 years.
We want ICE out of D.C.
Earlier in the day, there were protests against the intervention, which has included stepped-up immigration enforcement.
We are not criminals, and we don't deserve to be treated like we are criminals.
And D.C.'s mayor said crime was falling already.
I think up before the federal surge, more than 25% down. Last year, more than 35% down on, I think, all categories of violent crime.
And the president responded to those claims early this morning on Truth Social. Mayor Muriel Bowser must immediately stop giving false and highly inaccurate crime figures, he wrote, or bad things will happen, including a complete and total federal takeover of the city. And the president also said D.C. could be just the start.
We're not playing games. We're going to make it safe, and we're going to then go on to other places.
Okay, so we may hear more about this through the course of the day. The president has an announcement that he is making later on in about 3 hours. We don't know yet what that pertains to. Bob and Jen.
Yeah, so he said that this could go on to other places, Doug. In fact, he spoke to a radio station yesterday and mentioned two specific places, Memphis being one of them, and also Atlanta. So how could this and how might this be executed if he was to use this as a model for other places across the country?
Well, it's tough to use D.C. as a model for other places because, as you know, D.C. is unique in terms of the federal overlay here. The president has a lot of flexibility, a lot of authority that he can exert here in Washington that he cannot do necessarily in other cities. But they can kind of work around the edges to some degree. The president could, call in the National Guard, that kind of thing. It's just difficult to imagine him actually taking over police departments, which is essentially what they have done here in the nation's capital.
Right. We shall see. I mean, these other two states, friendly governors there for the president, in Tennessee and Georgia, perhaps they could use the National Guard. But as you said, the local police there, a very different issue. We'll see what happens.
That's
here.
right.
Yeah, Doug Glazader live for us in Washington. We appreciate it, Doug. Thank you.